Yeah. Sure.
You're okay. Oh, you're fine.
Okay, so that's good to go.
Better than I
I passed all my tests, thank you. I've got 6, it'll be right next to us. That's fine.
No, I don't know. I guess it's don't freak out.
Oh yeah, This is so difficult. 뭐야 이거 조금
Parents, please have a seat. Parents, guests, teachers, and seniors. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Shekel International School graduating class of 2014. Seniors, this is a night you've been working towards for a long time. Okay, finally here. Parents, this is a night you've been working for a little bit longer, I would guess. Sure, tonight's a night of mixed emotion for you. A night of pride and joy, but also a little sadness. As your kids take this symbolic step of being your kids into adulthood. A couple of announcements before we get started. We've got a photographer here tonight, sitting right in the front row. He'll be getting lots of fantastic pictures for you, and those will all be available to the kids online afterwards. We also have a video, a live stream of this right now, and that'll all be recorded and be made available to you as well. So you'll have video and a lot of pictures afterwards. But feel free to take your own as well if you like. Following the ceremony, the seniors invite you to join them out in the foyer for some cake and refreshments. And then following that, we'll come back in here and there's a slideshow celebrating the seniors' time leading up to this moment. With that, I'd like to begin the evening by introducing to you the Director of Shekel International School, Dr. Dale Cox.
Rarely get to push the microphone up. Probably somebody's taller than I am, but I don't mind. Graduates, I congratulate you on behalf of Shekel International School. Acknowledge your accomplishment here tonight. And I have the opportunity to make a few comments. Buckminster Fuller created the knowledge doubling curve. He noticed that until 1900, human knowledge doubled approximately every century. By the end of World War II, knowledge was doubling every 25 years. Today, things are not as simple as different types of knowledge double every 2 years, and clinical knowledge every 18 months. But on average, human knowledge is doubling every 13 months. According to IBM, with the build-out of the Internet of Things, knowledge will lead to the doubling of knowledge every 12 hours. That's a future with a lot of change. Think about twice a day, knowledge will have doubled. There will be a timeless change in specialization. And frankly, I don't know about you, but I find it all a little bit daunting. So that's the future you're preparing for. But tonight, for my few moments, I'd like to take a deep breath with you and consult the sages for a moment. As we look at the future, consider what we have learned in the past. Is it just about knowledge and information? Or is there something more? Perhaps wisdom. What is wisdom? Not just what is, but what is right. Knowledge is knowing what and how. Wisdom is knowing when and why. Wisdom is knowing what matters more and what matters less. Wisdom is what brings happiness. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not using it in a fruit salad. So as you go forth into this exploding world of knowledge, don't lose track of the importance of wisdom. I'd like to cite examples briefly from 3 traditions, maybe of some interest. The Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu said, to attain knowledge, add something every day. To attain wisdom, subtract something every day. Confucius pointed out the importance of experience to wisdom. I wish I could convince my children of this. The master said, at 15 I set my heart upon learning. At 30 I had planted my feet firm upon the ground. At 40 I no longer suffered from perplexities. At 50 I knew what were the biddings of heaven. At 60 I heard them with a docile ear. At 70 I could follow the dictates of my own heart. For what I desired no longer overstepped the boundaries of right. There's a lot to discuss and to learn from that statement, a series of statements. But one of them is that as you go through life, perhaps the most important thing you will gain, but one of them will be wisdom. The Judeo-Christian tradition points out that wisdom is superior to knowledge. In Proverbs, it says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. And I think my favorite example is from the traditions of India. There is a Pancha-tantra, if I said that. Perhaps wisdom and sense may save us from disasters. I'm going to read you a brief table. There were 4 friends in a city, 3 of whom were learned in all departments of sciences, but lacked common sense. The 4th of the friends, however, had an ample supply of common sense, but lacked knowledge. One day, they decided that all their learning was of no use if it wasn't used to earn money, so they decided to seek patronage of kings with the display of their knowledge. On the way, the eldest of the scholars pointed out to the fourth man to the others and said, friends, this fellow is an unlettered fool. He has only common sense and nothing else. I'm not going to share my earnings with him. Let him go home. The second man supported that suggestion, but the third man said, friends, it's not proper to send him back. We play together. He's one of us. Let us share our gains with him. In the end, the other two agreed, and with the third man's suggestion, and let the common man of sense accompany them. As they continued to travel, they reached a forest where they saw a heap of bones. One of them told the rest, "Look, here's an opportunity to test our learning. Some animal is dead. Let us bring it to life using the knowledge we have acquired." The first man said, "Okay, I will use my learning to assemble the bones into a skeleton." With the power of his learning, he assembled all the bones to become a skeleton. When the skeleton was ready, the second man devised flesh and blood to fill the skeleton, skin to cover it. When the third man was about to bring life to the body, the man who had only common sense warned him, "Look, this looks like the body of a lion. If it comes to life, it'll kill all of us." The man who was to put life into the body of the animal told him, "You are a fool. You think I will lose this opportunity to test my learning." The man of sense then told him to wait so that he could climb a nearby tree. When the first man then gave the animal life, the lion rose up and killed the other three. And so the saying goes, scholarship is less than sense. Therefore, seek intelligence. Senseless scholars in their pride made a lion, then they died. So class of 2014, as you go forward into the world with your knowledge, seek also wisdom. Congratulations and thank you. I'm now going to introduce Colleen Powell on behalf of the graduating class.
Wow, we're graduating. Honestly, for me, after that extremely fun and somewhat relaxing trip to Yamasho, I thought I had graduated already. I must say though, after IB celebration night, I was fooled. With all the comparisons with IB's mountains, I thought I was in really good shape to climb up any peak. Yeah, I was wrong. The two mountainous hills we had to climb up this past week were hard. Pretty sure IB was what made us so out of shape in the first place. Class of 2014 faculty and teachers, the more respectable and common way would be for me to say that I am honored to come here and spend 3 very important years of my life here with all of you. But in this situation, to say that I am honored does not quite do it. I feel lucky. It is lucky. Out of all the schools I could have gone to, I arrived here. Although I stand before you, the class's initial desire was for all of us to speak tonight. But 21 speeches? Luckily, Mr. Livingston brought sense to all of us. I'm pretty sure none of us want to be here till tomorrow morning. So instead, Lacey and I asked the class to learn one thing that they will take away from high school. Some of us have been here for 10 years and others not as long. For a newcomer, Paul, being in 3 different high schools has taught him how to continually adapt and take on new things. For some, they remember sports, while Jameson's tiny hands are common knowledge. She's still an undeniable force on the basketball court. For Matthew, sports led him to a group of amazing friends. And Jennifer? Don't let her sweet exterior fool you. She isn't called Beast for nothing. This might make her cringe a little, but when Lacey borrowed Jen's Beast jersey, Jen said to Lacey, "It's a lot to live up to." For some others, their legacy is within Stuco. Shai added energy and spirit to Stuco, while Stuco added responsibility and organization to Shai. The two learned about how the school works and in turn tries to understand how the world works. Elaine found a way to challenge herself in the leadership role. Jason, our honorable treasurer, who kept careful accounts and made sure no corruptions ever happened. I'll reveal a secret though. He will never admit this, but I was the one who taught him how to count money and keep them in order. Then there's Christina. When everyone is learning to take on responsibility, she's learning to delegate roles. Taking charge of fashion shows, she found out that she couldn't possibly do every job after all. Everyone will be remembered for something a little bit different. Vanessa for his sarcastic approach to everything. They're nice gestures to people. Michael for his creative IB celebration video, some of you might remember that. Madison for always being true to herself. And Sage, her angelic voice that's touched our hearts. SIS helped Pretty realize that her strength is in language, and she found joy in accepting challenges and giving back during gym and Week Without Walls. For our other newcomer, Dalen, coming to SIS gave her the opportunity to try new things, such as fish foot massages. For Juju, it was completing her goal of getting into her dream school, and here, Cedric found inspiration from his friends. As for Jacob, he learned to not wrap things around his neck, where he almost hanged himself during prom preparation. Wait, let me take that back. Everyone else learned that lesson. He still wraps his charger around his neck. No matter how long each of us has stayed here, we have left our mark at the school, and the school has left a mark on us. To some of you, this might sound like a laundry list, but to us, the class of 2014, these are our precious moments and memories. As cliche as it might sound, all of this happened because we're so lucky to have support of so many. Thank you, class of 2014, for being here, whether to support or mock each other. Thank you, SIS staff and teachers, for being our guide all these years. And most importantly, on behalf of this amazing graduating class, I would like to say thank you, Mom and Dad, for being with us every step of the way. Thank you for not giving up on us. Thank you for loving us unconditionally, when we know sometimes we aren't as lovable. As teenagers, it's hard for us to not drive you crazy sometimes. But truly, we want to let you know that we love you and could not have done any of this without you. Because of all of you, we're ready to accept our next challenge, to climb our next hill. Thank you. Now it is my honor to introduce you Mr. Mark Maxwell.
I started writing the speech with soapstone in mind, and although I personally never attended one of Joe's classes, I had to figure out what the acronym was myself. So, first three I got. I'm the speaker. The occasion is some ceremonial thing to celebrate you guys, the audience, and the class of 2014. After that, I kind of lost it. As Dalen so poignantly addressed the other night, we have just a few acronyms here at SIS, and after a while it gets a little perplexing to keep track of all of them. So I decided to continue in complete darkness without knowing what PST or stands for. So please forgive me. When I thought back to my graduation, and I checked the calendar, I realized that 17 years ago to this night, I was sitting exactly right here. I was graduating from an international school, preparing to embark on an exciting yet daunting journey without my parents and without my friends that I had grown so close to and so comfortable with. I was headed off to university in the United States, a country that I had never lived in my entire life. I had so many questions at the time, and none of them had answers. Would I like my new roommates? Do they have curry chicken in the United States? How does my laundry get done when my IE is over 11,000 kilometers away? Some of these questions were answered immediately. The first night, welcome week before the cafeteria opened, my new roommates and I decided to try to put macaroni and cheese in a microwave with a cardboard box of our textbooks that come in, some plastic wrap that had covered those textbooks, and the first and last pages of the said textbooks. And although I'm pretty sure I ingested some serious carcinogens from both the plastic wrap and the ink, I learned really important lessons. First, although you don't really need the table of contents nor the glossary from any of them, the textbooks are useful. And secondly, meeting new people is fun. Some of the closest connections in life will be with people sitting around you right now. Some of them will be the people sitting in front of you from the audience. But I hope that you revel in the fact that most of the people you will know in your life, you have yet to meet. I wish I could guarantee you that you'll connect with all of them, but I promise that you will with some. And the sum of those connections may be the most important. When it came to curry chicken, it turns out they have that in San Diego. But it was definitely pricier than the hawker stalls in Kuala Lumpur. You definitely cannot find it in every corner. So I set about trying to cook my new roommates some curry chicken. We had recently upgraded almost to a 5-star kitchen. We had traded in the textbook box and gotten a crock pot and a rice cooker. But no matter what, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't imitate the sweet, spicy taste of curry chicken. So I gave up. Instead of trying to force my Southeast Asian dish on them, I let them show me the delicacies of the San Diego street market. And turn into my life the carne asada burrito. To this day, I'd be hard pressed if I was forced to make a choice between chicken and carne asada burrito. Lesson learned: take advantage of other people's experiences and their knowledge. It might be very different than your own. Whether it be new friends in college, people you meet along the way in your gap year, recruits in the basic training, they all will have different viewpoints. And from that, you might learn how to think a little differently, maybe to evaluate a little differently, possibly to question things and solve problems, and most importantly, food choices. So learning food choices. When it came to the issue of laundry, turns out it would take me exactly the number of days that equaled the number of underwear that I own to realize that laundry does not do itself. I briefly looked into simply buying new clothes every week. Turns out that that's very uneconomical and pretty uneco-friendly. Incidentally, most of my roommates were plagued by the same situation, so we went about trying to convince other people to do our laundry for us. This included sweet talking and bribing, threatening, begging, and none of it worked. So I resigned myself to try to find where this magical washing machine room was. And as I walked across campus with my laundry bag, I remember thinking and wishing, can I not bring my IE and transfer her to San Diego? And secondly, how did she put up with me all those years? Lesson learned: never take anyone or anything for granted. Be thankful for everything that other people do for you, no matter how minuscule it might seem at the time. Say thank you often. There are no two words in any language that I know to be more solidifying a force to connect members of our species than thank you. For goodness sakes, you can say it retroactively, so the next time you see the person that's been folding and doing your laundry for the last 18 years, give them a huge hug, tell them thank you, because it's all about to change. As for the people sitting around you right now, you are already connected. I'm not referring to your use of technology to communicate with each other and the rest of the world. And if I do my math correctly, by the time you were in kindergarten, most developed countries had gotten rid of the ding connection to the internet. You may ask your parents about that experience. I can also ask you to. You are, of course, connected by this technology, but your connection transcends this. I refer more to an empathic connection you all share. You've had similar experiences, and this allows you to be more comfortable with each other in any situation. The oldest yearbook that I could find in the library was from 2006, 2007, and as I flipped through it, I saw that that 5 of you had been with each other for at least 7 years, maybe more. I couldn't find an older yearbook. You have connected more recently with a number of successive viewings of the new X-Men movie, and some of you have been members of the Bravo Company or the Delta Force, but you've all been members of Super 5. You will change, each in your own way, in the years to come. But stay connected. You'll each enjoy meeting each other's new friends, and you never know when you might be an expert in biomechanics, or tennis pro, or what else have I got here? Laser tag teammate, an artist, a fashion designer, or a diving instructor. Stay connected with each other. Stay connected with us here at SIS. I've been lucky enough to coach for and play with some of you in sports. jam with you guys in music. I've sung directly to one of you for 3 straight nights in a musical. I've been to parties where you've been DJs. I've walked with you on the runway of some fashion shows. I'll say some. I meant one. You never invited me back after that first. I'd really like to stay in touch, as I'm sure with the rest of the teachers here at SIS. So stay connected with us. Stay connected with your parents. On a recent plane ride, I told some of you that I don't remember the last time that I cried. Except for the time when I jumped out of a plane and I was terrifying and I was completely uncontrollable. But I lied. I do remember the last time I cried. At the end of the summer of 1997, I graduated. Before any of you were even a year old, I saw my parents off from Los Angeles airport. On flights Malaysia, I do even know. No, you don't know that's not correct. It was easy. Not being on that flight meant that I was going to be by myself for the first time. Without my parents. It wasn't as easy to keep in touch back then, mainly because of email and things really weren't that good yet, and the whole ping connection thing. But I definitely chose at certain times to hang out with new friends and enjoy new experiences rather than take the time to hang out with my parents. You communicate with them, or send that email. I definitely recently wish that I had taken the time and gone out of my way to stay more in touch and in contact with them. You'll understand why later in life. I've spoken about the people that you will meet in your future, and the people who are around you right now that you already know. I must briefly address the issue of the people in this pulchritudinous planet that you will never meet. Although you think you cannot affect these people directly, your actions in the future are going to have a profound indirect effect on them. And although they will never be able to thank you personally for your upcoming contributions to humanity, rest assured that they are thankful. Over these years together, you have all become CCCCIGIKTPORDRs. That's an acronym for you. It's all 5 S's and the IB learning profile stuck together. I think it'll catch on. But you encompass all of them, and your preparedness for what's to come is impeccable. You never know what will come. So enjoy yourselves here tonight in the moment with the people you love and with the people who love you. But remember, according to Winston Churchill, this is not the end. It's not even the beginning of the end. But it is, perhaps, the end of the beginning. We look forward to hearing about what each of you do from this beginning onwards. Stay connected. I'd love to hear what you will be doing 17 years from tonight. If you play your cards right, you might be lucky enough to give a graduation speech to a group of truly amazing individuals. Congratulations to the class 2014. Thank you. My pleasure to introduce Lisa Campbell.
I think that's hot. Try sitting under a stage like black robe. Okay. Esteemed faculty, loving parents, and honorable guests, and fellow graduates. The human brain contains roughly 86 billion neurons. With 1,000 potential synapses for each neuron, researchers estimate that if our brain were a computer, it could contain about 100 terabytes of information. Right now, our memory of the past 4 years is made up of small moments, flashes in time. 10, 20 years from now, we may remember just a few, perhaps only a few faces. Today is a manifestation of all of our academic achievement. For our parents, it's a day they've been waiting for since they walked us hand in hand to our first day of preschool. For us, this is the culmination of the high school experience. I asked my sister a while back what score she got on her IB exams. She hesitated a moment before looking at me and saying, "Lisi, all I remember from high school is having fun." Not really the words I wanted to hear back then, but 10 years from now, I won't remember the exact words she said to me, but I will remember the feeling she left me with. Hope. Hope that when I look back at the past 4 years here, I wouldn't remember the anxiety over a so-so grade or stressing about a math IA. Hope that I would instead remember being squished on a bus with all of you, laughing during our senior trip. Hope that I'd reminisce about the water balloon fights and nights watching my friends take the spotlight in the musical, rather than the embarrassment over saying something stupid. So far tonight, we've talked about connections for the future, wisdom for the future, and our legacy here in the past. I want to talk about something a little bit different. To borrow the words of Jerry Zucker, it doesn't matter that your dream came true if you spent your whole life sleeping. It's great to plan for your future. Just don't live there, because really nothing ever happens in the future. Ultimately, we may be bad at reading maps, but today is evidence enough that we're heading in the right direction. So, no matter where we go from here, I want to ask all of you to think ahead to the future through small actions, such as wearing sunscreen, to bigger things, such as reaching out for opportunities when you think you might fit. And remembering that though you can't take advantage of the future, you can take advantage of the present. Tonight is the present. So guys, make an effort to remember that you only have about 100 terabytes of information. Whatever portion of that are memories, be sure to make them difference. Thank you. It would now be my honor to introduce the high school choir, joined by graduates Sage, Shy, Michael, Paul, and Creighton. Check. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, singing something. We are led to those who help us most to grow if we love them, and we help them in return. I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Come and pull from orbit as the past is lost star. Let the stream that leads the water halfway through the world. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you. I have been changed for good.
It will be, we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me. Like a handprint on my heart.
And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend.
Like a ship from its mooring by the wind of the sea. Like a seed turned by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
Because I knew you.
I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blamed me for.
But then I guess we know there's plenty to share.
And none of it seems to matter anymore. Who can say I've been changed for the better? To believe I have been changed for the better. Because I knew you.
I knew you.
Because I knew you. I have been changed.
I'd like to ask Dr. Fox, Mr. Robinson Jones, and Mr. Gray to join me in presenting the performance.
Elizabeth Campbell. Junjun Bang. Jameson Fletcher. Kriti Gupta. Madison Haskins. Cedric Height. Matthew Huang. Helena Cao. Jason Kim. Namquan Kim. Mathieu Leroux. Jae-un Lee. Ji-hun Lee. Madison Lim. Elaine Zhangqi Lu. Chai Shaul. Junghyuk Song. Paul Sung. Sage Chapman Hewitt. Damon Warren. Jennifer Letter.
That's right. Seniors, if you can please stand. The turning of the tassel signifies the moment of graduation. If you could all please take your tassel and move it from right to left.
You gotta roll it now. You just wanna keep it going. Yeehaw! It's gonna be about 10 minutes. Well, it's a little made it. It's still got to come next year. Oh, goodness. Girls are messing with me on it. Boys want to do this now. Good. We gotta wait a little bit. pear-shaped on the entrance. Teacher entrance. Very light. It's supposed to be that side, so it's supposed to be a full teacher walking through. I don't know how bad it was. There you go. You can see it. I like it. You know, back in here. That's what we just kind of started. I mean, literally. I say about 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Girls don't want to do high five, boys want to do all the little crazy ass couple high fives. So the girls want to do that, and one want to do this, and a little. We're going to take this one. Yeah? Obviously. That's not the one, right? Then all the value that it was.
It's that wrong spot. I couldn't see her the entire time. So I tried
I got a little more work to do, but the most part is done. And, the general guy. We got there. So depending on the class, you know, colors, flowers, just time? 6 minutes, 5 minutes. A little bit more cake if there is cake out there. Do you hear that? I never. You never
You're ready to start. Get there, so you give us a little more time. I'll go one again.
Yes and yes.
Nobody wants
He told me, he said he'd do the slideshow right after. I bucked on it. My bad. I know. I'll learn. I'll learn.
Maybe the same age.
Man, you are awesome.
Again?
I got me.
You want to play this one that sound not good?
You're playing wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty much memorized. I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, how about we try FOTV? Because this family.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's fun.
Okay, so I'll take that. I'll take care of that.
Here, go get everybody else. Oh yeah, you're next to me. Great experience. He's gonna take a photo of me. Let's go. Cheers. Thank you. You too. What?
I was asking about the same.
What beautiful kids we have, huh?
I posted on Facebook about that world. There's a few of them. I was in there.
Thanks, Leon.
So,
She's singing it for her family. Oh my god, it kept going. My brother is
Jackson, we got one over here. No, Jackson, we got a spot over here. Jackson.